In this video, we're going to introduce you to the rationale behind AIM process. And the biggest part of that is to recognize that hardware and software are pretty much inseparable and that no one is building systems that are software free. AIM process is defined in a book called AI Assisted MBSE with SysML that I'm writing with Tim Wilkins. There are three main principles in AIM process. The first is, as we just said, system and software models are inseparable. The second is that it's inevitable that AI is going to accelerate MBSE. And the third is that pretty soon AI will be code generating SysML models. Now this third one is enabled by the fact that SysML version 2 has a language model so that it will be possible for AI to basically generate SysML models the same way it generates code. I'm Doug Rosenberg. I've been around the industry for quite a long time, and for about the last 10 or 15 years I've been on a mission to model systems and software together. So I am an electrical engineer in terms of degree, and I got about 40 years of software experience. And I first started writing about hardware-software co-design back in 2010 in a book that I co-authored with Sam Mancarella called Embedded Systems Development Using SysML. Well, that book had a roadmap for hardware-software co-design, but 15 years later, SysML modelers are still ignoring software. Well, as it turns out, AI can write code. And in fact, AI is really pretty spectacularly good at writing code. And so I thought that might be a game changer in terms of getting systems engineers to stop ignoring software. So let me explain that a little bit. AI can not just write code, but there's articles floating around now suggesting that in 5 years AI will do all the coding and there won't be any programmers anymore. Well, as you can see in this article by Peter Diamandis, the quote that explains it pretty well is that basically AI democratizes coding so that you don't have to be an expert programmer to produce code. Well, not just doctors, lawyers, and kids will be coding, but even systems engineers can write code using AI, and that means we can use AI to help us with MBSE and also to generate code. So if you're on a crusade to model systems and software together, this is great because there's really no reason why you can't model systems and software together anymore. So with this in mind, in the beginning of 2023, I decided to try an experiment, and I wanted to see how much of a complex system I could design all on my own just with the help of AI. Well, the system that I decided to try modeling was a scanning electron microscope. That's a pretty complex system, and it has lots of hardware, and it also has lots of software. So here is sort of a lightning quick look at some of the hardware that AI helped me to model for this electron microscope. And here's some of the software that it helped me build for the electron microscope. So the electron microscope is the example in our book, and it's also the example that we use in our training, and that training is available now. So if you're interested in learning how to do this, please get in touch with us.